type of way.
Oh,
And the reason why
shoot.
I'm saying the problem
We
why she
got
probably feels,
Popalot in here, y'all.
huh? What happened?
We got Popalot in here. Okay, go
Oh,
to Mob
Popalot.
Ties.
Yes.
Hey, mob him up,
Yo,
y'all.
what up, my
And
nigga Mob? What
Universal
up?
as
What up,
I'm
well.
about
gang?
as real as they come.
All my beats tailored by Joe. House Digital.
Maserati, Rick in Detroit. Convertible bird in Miami. Graduated summa cum laude. Strip club made a tsunami. Carlton Hines with the ball game. Grateful Edmonds with the snowflakes. Craig Pettis in the M-Town. Sal Magluta with the boat game. Falcone with the cocaine. Like Freeway Ricky with the plug game. Like Monster Cody in South Central. Larry Davis from close range.
Yeah, oh my God. That nigga said, I think my house is 100. You about who the goose the Pookie.
Go dig your partner up, nigga. I bet he can't say shit. And if you're looking for the kid, I be in zone 6. I hit up, put that nigga ass in the dirt.
I tell you what.
Smoking on Pookie Loc tonight.
I tell you what. I tell you what. This how we gonna do it.
Should be celebrating the release of his album and the success of his single Icy. He's had to defend his life last week, and now he has to defend his freedom.
He's not going to say anything, okay? He's a murder suspect, and I'm his lawyer, and I'm not going to say anything. Basically what happened, to make a long story real short, he visited a young lady, went over to her place. She was there, he was there. At one point, she opened up a door. 5 guys come running in. One of them had green tape. One of them had a weapon. One of them had brass knuckles and hit him with brass knuckles. Didn't hit him real hard, had him wrapped up. Another guy had a weapon, hit one of the other guys with a weapon. It became a situation where he defended himself. Somebody yelled, one of the other 5 guys yelled, shoot him, something to that effect. He grabbed a gun that was nearby and he opened fire to defend himself. It was just him and a girl in there, and 5 guys came in there to hurt him. So basically, he defended himself. From what I talked to the detective indicated he was set up. We have an independent witness I tried to give to the detective. The detective basically doesn't want a whole lot more information. We have a witness out there, a man that saw the 5 men go in. We have a woman that this young lady who he was with said basically she set him up. We're not sure of all the other facts yet.
This is life or death for my artist. This is life or death. This could mean the life or death of his project. And it's not just Gucci Mane who's at stake right now. It is Big Cat Records. It is the hip-hop industry as a whole. It is the consumers of music and the people who look up to these rappers. This is a serious matter.
Hey, you. Waiting on you. Hey, how y'all doing?
I got a statement prepared I want to speak to y'all about. Can I get a lot right here? Can I get a lot right here? First and foremost, I would like to thank my legal counsel, White Thomas and Michael Holmes, for their excellent representation, as well as my label, Silent and Wonderful of the record, for sticking me through my situation, helping me through my time. Most importantly, I want to thank all of my fans for their support while I have been away. Their love and your words of encouragement helped me make it through. None of my success would be possible without you. I have made some mistakes in my life and hurt a lot of people who care about me. I worked very hard to get past them. Those mistakes have brought me to where I am today. That will not be repeated. These past 6 months have been a difficult time. Fortunately, I have learned a great deal from my experience. I was able to do a great deal of soul searching. I'm coming out with a new attitude towards life. Unfortunately, my incarceration also came at a pivotal point in my career. This is my first major label album dropping. I was forced to miss what should have been one of the proudest moments of my life. This is something that I will make sure never happens again. time to deal with trying. I grew from it and I'm not stronger and a better person. I want to continue on the positive track and truly focus on being a role model to my fans and my community. I'm looking towards the future with a newfound respect, appreciation for the law, and a strong dedication to my music and my career. With that in mind, I have already begun to make positive strides towards the future. I've launched a new label, 1017 Rich World Records, affiliation with Silent Warner Brothers Records. Now I'm working with a new team. I'm looking forward to getting back to business and start making hits. I'm extremely excited about my new album, The Appeal, which will be dropping at the end of this month. Over the course of 2010, 1017 Rich World Records will be releasing albums from my artist, Pookie Loc, as well as my group Rich Squad, which features Walter, OJ the Juice Man, and myself. In July, we'll be heading out on a nationwide tour, and venues across the country, and continue the movement. Finally, a lot of things happened while I was away. I'm back to address these things. The rap game is in need of substance right now, and I'm here for the streets right on time. I can't wait to show the world how I feel that now that I'm free. Ironically, I'm the most wanted man in Georgia. I'm hungry for success and ready to compete, so may the competition begin. I set out 5 years ago to be the #1 rapper in hip-hop, and today that journey continues with an even sharper focus. I challenge all artists to put out the best music they ever made this summer. I want to sell nothing less than victory, but I still want worthy opponents. To everyone who is there for me, thanks for y'all support. It's awesome.
Where you park at? Blow the keys, man.
Yo, we back. It's your boy Popalot. Mobb. We on the way to GA with it. The Mac Town. Macon. We gonna need everybody from the Mac to get in the comment box. Y'all know how we run it. Now, today we are gonna be covering somebody that found their self in the middle of one of the most known hip-hop beefs of all time. And that person that we talking about today is going to be Henry Pookie Loc Clark III. Now, in an effort to try to bring some light to a person that most people know by Gucci Mane references more than who they are, I'm going to do my best to try to tell you guys exactly who Pookie Loc was and explain the situation that costed him his life. Pookie Loc was a member of a 3-man rap group that went by the name of Locish Lifestyle, with the other 2 members being Carlos Lowdown Rhodes, as well as Shannon Luke Lundy. The group would make a name for themselves in their hometown at a place where some would call Ground Zero for making hip-hop, Club Money. It would be there where they would go on to perform songs hoping to be signed one day to a big-time record label. It was right around the year 2000 where things would start to heat up for the group. In an effort to build a buzz, they would travel to nearby Atlanta and perform at a club called the Atrium, continuing to make a name for themselves in a state filled with more established talent. Now, their hard work would eventually pay off when they would eventually ink a deal with Corporate Thugs Entertainment, or CTE, which was Young Jeezy's label. Not sure of the time frame of the signing, but during the course of my research, I did see that they had music that was released on YouTube back in September of 2010. But it would be 5 years prior to that release on YouTube, May 10th, 2005, where the group would change forever. It would be on that same day where upcoming artist from Atlanta, Gucci Mane, who had been riding high on the success of his single, Icy, featuring Young Jeezy, was at a strip club by the name of Blazing Saddles off of Moreland Road trying to promote some of his music by recruiting dancers to dance to it. Now, as the story goes, he would find one of those dancers that would invite him and a friend of his back to her condo to continue the listening party. According to Gucci Mane, he wouldn't be at the residence long before 5 masked intruders burst into the house, one with brass knuckles, another one bearing a handgun, would proceed to assault him and the associate he was with, Gucci Mane being punched in the head with the brass knuckles and his friend being pistol whipped. Now, during the course of this altercation, Gucci Mane would say he heard something along "where's the gun" or "shoot him." And that's when he would proceed to pull out his firearm and shoot one of the assailants. After the shot was fired, all 5 individuals would flee the residence, with 4 of them running towards a awaiting vehicle and one running towards Columbia Middle School in a wooded area. Now, according to Myra Shalhoub and the rise and fall of the Black Mafia family, 3 days after the shooting, the Cobb County Police would get a call that 4 men had shown up at Columbia Middle School to search for something in the woods. Based on what they discovered, the school security guard called the police. One of the guys that was at the school that day was Shannon Luke Lundy, co-owner of Corporate Thugs Entertainment, Kinky B, along with Young Jeezy. Luke would go on to give the police a story about how he heard about a shooting on Springside Run, and he had a friend that had been dating a female in the area, so he came to investigate, and that's where he would discover the body of Henry Pookie Loc Clark. It would be 9 days later, on May 19th, 2005, where Gucci Mane, who was in New York promoting his debut album, Trap House, found out that he was being charged for the murder of Pookie Loc. Gucci Mane would immediately return to Atlanta to turn himself in and continue to fight those charges for the next year or so. And it would be on January 3rd, 2006, where a judge would proceed to drop those murder charges against Gucci Mane. Now, it is most people's belief that Pookie Loc was inside that apartment to collect Gucci Mane's chain as part of a bounty that Young Jeezy would essentially put out on it on a song titled Stay Strapped. That would be the first war of words between him and Gucci Mane. But those rumors have never been substantiated, as none of the other 4 people that were involved with this crime were ever caught or charged, even though the case was handed to the FBI at one time. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution would go on to write more about Pookie Loc, saying that he was charged and arrested and had been in the Bibb County Jail more than 20 times during the course of that decade, with charges like possession of cocaine, possession of a concealed weapon, assault, as well as participating in a criminal gang. Now, I definitely need Macon to get in the comment box. Let us know, have y'all heard about Lokish lifestyle before all of this went on? And if y'all did, what was their effect on the city? We don't choose sides, so I want to say RIP to Pookie Loc. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, POP_A_LOT. Y'all get in the comment box, flood that bitch. Let me know what stories we need to cover, what gangsters we missed, what cities we haven't been to, all of that. And y'all know what it is with me. Mobb, Mobb, Mobb.